As Donald Trump did not effectively show proof of life, he looked sicker and weaker than ever yesterday. State regime media known as Fox was just having a panic attack on air. It was a sight to behold. So they brought in their top MAGA sycophantic bootlickers, and they were each trying to outdo the next and say, you know what? When Donald Trump talks, it's just so clear. What you're seeing is something so mesmerizing that you don't even know how good it is because it's just that clear the way he talks. Just watch this guest. It is some of the most ridiculous things. Fox senior medical analyst. They bring on a doctor. The doctor, folks, has said that Donald Trump ranting and raving is just how we're supposed to speak. Here, play this clip.
And President Trump doesn't use a teleprompter. He talks just clearly. You're sitting there mesmerized as he talks. So they see him stumble out of a golf cart. They said, he has a gait disorder. Well, wait a minute. The former president could barely walk at all.
This is a doctor. He goes, this is ageism. The Democrats, the radical left, you're being ageist to Donald Trump. Could you imagine? You think we're being ageist to Donald Trump? Dude is decomposing and rotting before our eyes. He looks sickly. He looks weak. It's obvious that there are serious issues. Doctor, you're going to call that ageist? What do you think what y'all were doing with former President Biden? The guy was your whole coverage was ageism. Here, play this clip.
And also, apparently, they have no elderly relatives or people who are getting up there, and they bruise easily. It's just it's like a fact of life. Do you not know that fact? Especially if you take aspirin for any condition, you're going to have be more prone to bruising.
Really great point. I want to make one other point. 25% of people at 80 are demented. Guess who was in that group? 25%. The former president. This guy, he's in the 75% group. This is pure ageism. It wasn't.
Oh, no, that is ageism.
This is ageism, to be looking for something wrong with this guy who's in great health just because he's 79.
Then you have Dr. Siegel one more time go, Donald, he's fine. Those little bruises on the hand, he's on aspirin. That's what happens when you're on aspirin. Here, play this clip.
And the other thing is, Laura, here the doctors, when they saw some bruising on his leg, they come out, heart test normal, kidney test normal,
very transparent.
liver test normal, all tests normal. I read through them. I go, he's fine. A little bruise on his hand, they're obsessing on that. He's on aspirin. All of this. He's got low blood pressure. His cholesterol is under control. He's sharp as a tack. There is no issue. Oh, he decided to stay in D.C. this weekend. Oh my God. He went and played on a Virginia golf course. I wonder what's wrong.
That's what happens when you're on aspirin. So then after they have Dr. Siegel do whatever the hell that was, they bring on MAGA Republican Senator Mark Wayne Mullen, who goes, look, this is why we have Fox. Because you get the news out there. You see what's really happening and you tell the truth, unlike all these other corrupt media networks out there. Here, play this clip.
Well, look what they did with Kamala Harris's interview. I mean, you'd think they'd learned their lesson about editing after President Trump sued them and won. But at the same time, they don't. They got a narrative they draw. They're no longer reporting. That's why shows like CBS and their reporting on politics, no one takes it serious anymore. That's why Fox exists, because you can actually get news here. You can actually understand what's happening in the world of politics instead of some biased narrative that CBS and these other left-wing media outlets continue to draw. And they prove themselves by constantly by showing hypocrisy like they do with Kristi Noem, and then they get called out on it. And what do? Nothing. They're going to do the exact same thing they did with Kamala Harris's editing during the presidential election, and they're going to continue to move this because they got left-wing radicals running that station now.
These are a bunch of freaking sociopaths. As our editor-in-chief, Ron Filipkowski, writes, Fox paid out $1 billion in settlements for knowingly lying to intentionally deceive their own audience. And we have the text messages and the emails. The Fox hosts and leadership were mocking their own audience, saying they were stupid and they were dumb and we have to force feed them lies. As their own internal emails and text showed in Discovery, they have nothing but contempt for their own viewers and laugh at them all the way to the bank. But I'll give some credit right here, I suppose, to this Fox Business host. And I say that reluctantly, but give credit where credit at least is due here. In response to the story that Donald Trump's family is going to be making like $5 billion with a B, $5 billion from a new crypto venture that, by the way, opened up, in my opinion, as a total failure. This crypto venture, I think it dropped like 22%, I believe. Like the first day, it had a horrible day. World Liberty Financial Token. This is different than the Trump meme coin, which is different than the Trump NFT cards. Okay, you're following all of this stuff. This World Liberty Financial token, it's run by Scott Lutnick's son. Not Scott Lutnick's son. It's run by Steve Lutnick has a son, Howard Lutnick's son. It's run by Steve Witkoff's son, Zach Witkoff. The dad Witkoff was the special envoy to Russia. And the Pakistani crypto fund invested a lot of money in World Liberty Financial. But the Trump family's stake in this has made them billions of dollars this past week, even as some of the holders got screwed. But listen to what Fox Business says about it. My goodness, $5 billion. It's an eye-popping number. Here, play this clip.
The Trump family just launched a brand new cryptocurrency. It is called WLFI. Lauren, how much has the Trump family itself accumulated of this? How much?
Yeah, for World Liberty Financial, and the Wall Street Journal says it's $5 billion. So this coin, WLFI, is currently the 33rd largest coin by market cap, about $6 billion worth, according to CoinGecko. The family holds about a quarter of the tokens out there. They can't sell them, but now that the token has launched on the public markets, we have a valuation for it. The Wall Street Journal says this token is the family's most valuable asset, exceeding their property portfolio.
But they can't sell those tokens. They can't do it.
No.
Not yet.
Not yet. Correct. Not yet.
My goodness me. $5 billion?
Eye-popping numbers. He is the crypto president, the first one ever. Yeah. A lot of crypto-friendly legislation regulation.
What it amounts to is it's crypto-friendly legislation coming from the president of the United States, who is in turn cashing in on the crypto phase. Personally, his family.
Conflict of interest. They say no, but that's how it appears.
That's true.
You ever step outside and feel like you're instantly drenched in sweat? It's like no matter what you do, it doesn't stop. Now, I know with this heat, that's basically me every day. Now, if you've been struggling with the heat and humidity like I have great news. Mando has just launched something that takes sweat control to the next level. Introducing the Mando Deodorant Plus Sweat Control Solid Stick. It's double protection. Finally, you get the odor control that you love with Mando, plus powerful sweat control. And don't wait, grab yours right now at shopmando.com and experience the double protection of Mando Deodorant Plus Sweat Control. Now, what I love about Mando is that it actually works. One swipe and you're good to go. This isn't your typical deodorant. It's clinical strength, 2 times better at controlling sweat than the standard. It controls both sweat and odor for 72 hours. And after just 12 hours, underarm sweat was reduced by 92%. This stuff works. Also, it doesn't just mask odor, it prevents it. 100% of a study participants experienced all-day odor protection. And unlike other deodorants loaded with chemicals, Mando uses only premium ingredients like gentle mandelic acid to keep you fresh and dry. Mando's starter pack is perfect for new customers. It comes with a solid stick deodorant, cream tube deodorant, 2 free products of your choice like the mini body wash and deodorant wipes, and free shipping. Now, as a special offer for listeners, new customers get 20% off site-wide with our exclusive code. Use code MIDAS at shopmando.com for 20% off site-wide plus free shipping. shopmando.com. Please support our show and tell them that we sent you. Mando's got you covered with deodorant plus sweat control. Say goodbye to sweat stains and hello to long-lasting freshness.
And then next, by the way, you have Jesse Waters. I meant to show you this clip yesterday, so I'll show it to you now. Accidentally declaring that the Fox News merch is made in China. Hat tip to Decoding Fox News for pulling this one. Here, play this clip.
We got doggy leashes, freaky, and we got some drink thing would probably cost $19.99. Not made in China. It's made in China.
Then you have Maria Bartiromo bring on Energy Secretary Chris Wright, who talks about how, why do we have, and she and he are talking about, we need to get rid of solar. We need to get rid of wind. Why do we have all of these freaking windmills? Play this clip.
You've got all these projects which are, not necessarily projects that you can rely on. I mean, is the wind blowing? Is the sun shining? And yet hundreds of millions of dollars were going at these projects. Tell us more.
Yeah, Maria, no one would build energy projects like these without massive government subsidies, government mandates, government expedited permitting that allows you to go over everyone's objections.
It's just so weird that because Donald Trump hates windmills, he has injected that we are destroying wind energy and solar energy here, which is helpful. It creates lots of energy. It employs lots of people. Other countries are now taking the lead, like China. It's just ridiculous. Then you have Fox going after Gavin Newsom. Here's Jesse Waters saying, Gavin's out there stealing Trump's style. Why doesn't Gavin imitate his policies? Here, play this clip.
Greasy Gavin's out there jocking Trump's style. Imitation is the sincerest form of flattery. But why doesn't Gavin imitate his policies?
Gavin's not stealing Trump's style. He's mocking it. And Gavin's not imitating Trump's policies, as Gavin says, Governor Newsom says, because Trump's policies are trash, they're fascism, and they're authoritarianism. That is why. Back to Jeanine Pirro. She goes on Fox here and she's like, what's all this nonsense about the National Guard on the street? What, next thing they're saying there shouldn't be police? No, there's a difference between sending the military on the street. That's a no-no in the United States versus sending law enforcement on the street, which is okay. Here, play this clip.
Yeah. So this is effective, and the people of D.C. know it. And this nonsense about National Guard on the street, next thing they're going to say police shouldn't be on the street. No surprise, because the three dumbest words ever said by Democrats were defund the police. So you know where they're coming from.
Amen to that.
Then they bring on the United States Attorney for the Central District of California. That's the top federal prosecutor in the Central District of California. He's, I think, still there on an interim basis. And when he's on with Laura Ingraham, he says, in response to an order by a renowned Northern District federal judge, Judge Breyer, who said that under the Posse Comitatus Act, that you can't use the military to serve as a police force on the street. You can't have the United States military serve as a police force. If you want to have the military and the National Guard stand in front of federal buildings, okay, but you can't have them do interrogations and active police work on the street. To which Trump's federal prosecutor in LA goes, I dare him to show one person interrogated by the military. As we write on the MeidasTouch Network account, you can literally see in the clip at 52 seconds in, the National Guard, the military, like interrogating someone and pulling someone over and policing. Here, watch for yourself. Here, play this clip.
With today's decision, Trump is barred from using the National Guard and Marines in California for law enforcement purposes. That means the military troops can't engage in arrests, searches and seizures, security patrols, crowd control, interrogation, or anything deemed as executing the law.
Okay, aside from the fact that he's obviously reading his lines on a screen as the Attorney General of the largest state in the United States, forget that, okay? Your response to what he just said.
There's so much of it is false. At this point, Laura, if they didn't have false arguments, they'd have no arguments. They set up these false narratives and premises that aren't true. I dare him to show me one person that was interrogated by the military in Los Angeles. Find me one. That didn't happen.
No, it's just like, it's the same. We just did the segment on Pritzker. We're being invaded if he sends the National Guard. It's an invasion. They're pulling mothers from children. I mean, it's all just one big performance theater nightmare.
And then you have Tommy Tuberville just defame the people of Chicago and say they're ill, mentally ill, corrupt, or stupid. Here, play this clip.
You know, it all goes back to one thing. President Trump's a leader. Those people in Chicago, they're either corrupt, mentally ill, or stupid of what they're doing. And President Trump is going to take command and be a leader. And that's what we need in this country right now.
And then Jesse Waters goes on this like bizarre rant and saying that no, blacks and indigenous didn't build Chicago. It's the English. The English did it. They created Chicago. Give credit to the English, not to the indigenous and to blacks, he says. Like, who says it like that? What are we talking? What am I watching here? Here, play this clip.
And this guy that says, I think it was, blacks and the indigenous built Chicago. No, they didn't. They did not. The English established it. It was just an Indian fur trading village on the side of a lake. And immigrants from Europe, the Poles, the Czechs, the Germans, the Irish, Italians, they created Chicago. All right, so let's give credit where credit is due.
Well, anyway, there you have it, folks. Let me know what you think. Hit subscribe. Let's get to 6 million subscribers.
Want to stay plugged in? Become a subscriber to our Substack at MeidasPlus.com. You'll get daily recaps from Ron Filipkowski, ad-free episodes of our podcast, and more exclusive content only available at MeidasPlus.com.